What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the new movie, Terrifier 3. So I'm really late to the party on this one. I'm a huge fan of this franchise and stuff, but I'm kind of late to the party. I saw the movie a few days ago and I'm just now getting around to getting my review out and everything, but I wanted to review it. So, in this movie, 5 years after surviving Art the Clown's Halloween massacre, Sienna is still struggling to rebuild her life, and as the holiday season approaches, she tries to embrace the Christmas spirit with her remaining family and leave the horrors of the past behind. But just when she thinks she's safe, Art returns, determined to turn her life into a new nightmare. The festive season quickly unravels as Art unleashes his twisted brand of terror, proving that no holiday is safe. So, like with the first two Terrifier movies, I absolutely love this movie. It is a blast from start to finish and everything. It's another solid entry in this franchise. Like, this franchise hasn't had a bad entry to me at all. All Hallows Eve is definitely not one of the best, but it's still a good movie. And Terrifier 1 and 2, I think, are really fun movies and everything. The first one is a really fun introduction to Art the Clown and stuff, and the second one really sets up the characters really well, and this one just continues that journey really well and everything. The kills in here are as brutal as you would expect from a Terrifier movie. They all have that one scene where the first movie was the hacksaw scene, the second movie was the bedroom scene, and this one is the bathroom scene. There are 2 or 3 scenes you could say were that scene, but the bathroom scene especially and everything. I thought that was really good, and Art shows no mercy in this movie to anybody. Like, anybody that gets in his way is dead, and they are in for a painful, jacked up death and everything. So Art the Clown shows no mercy in this movie. He's just as brutal and vicious as he was in the first 2 movies and everything, and you expect that. And the thing I love about Art the Clown is, even though he is terrifying as hell, he is also funny as hell too. Like, there's so many moments when he's laughing and pointing, or just his facial reactions, like when he sees Santa Claus and he thinks it's the real Santa, he's all excited like a little kid. And it's so fun watching his little reaction. And then the scene with Santa and stuff in the bar, if you've seen the movie, you know, it is a blast from start to finish. I love that Clint Howard is in there, and the actor that plays Santa, I totally forgot his name, but he's really good and everything, and it was cool seeing him here. He's a character actor that pops up in horror movies, mostly Rob Zombie stuff, but I really like him in this movie and everything, so I thought that was really good. And I love the look and feel of this movie. They really tried to go for the vintage 80s feel to it, like the first movie had, while paying tribute to stuff like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas and stuff like that. It had those same kind of vibes as those kind of horror movies and everything. I thought that was really good. The cinematography is great in here and stuff. Victoria is a pretty cool character too. I call her Vicky. I don't know if that's what a lot of people call her or not, but I call her Vicky for short. But she's a really interesting character. She was in the first 2 movies some, but not a whole lot. This one she's in a lot more. She has a more prominent role. She has a big part to do with art and everything, and it works really good with her. And I was worried that she wasn't going to be that interesting because of art and everything, but she was. She stole the show at times and everything, and she's really great and everything. There were some things she did though that I could have lived without seeing, like her masturbating with a piece of glass or whatever. But aside from that, there's not much on that I can say. I think Victoria's a pretty good character, and it has some clever world building that they do. Some of it's dumped in exposition and stuff, but they do a good job at building out this world, expanding the Terrifier world and lore a little bit and everything. It doesn't do it as much as the first movie did, but they do a good job with that and everything, and I think they're setting up some really cool stuff for the next movie and everything, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that and everything. And just like with the first 2 Terrifier movies, I think the score was really good It fits the tone and atmosphere of the movie. Everything. The only negative I have with this movie is there's some things in here that have to do with kids. If you get really sensitive about kids being hurt or in danger in horror movies, or even killed and stuff, you definitely probably should sit this one out, or at least fast forward the scenes and stuff. There's nothing that goes too far. They don't take it too far and everything, but they do enough that it's brutal enough and it's heartbreaking enough. If you have a soft spot for kids and you don't like stuff like that, I would definitely not recommend it for that reason, though. But aside from that, this is a great entry in the franchise. It really is a good movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of the year, like I expected it to be. I wasn't disappointed at all with this one, at all, whatsoever. No disappointment and everything. I wasn't even surprised with how good it was. I knew how good 2 was. I knew how much I enjoyed the first one, and this one combines the best of the both of those movies. It's got that grindhouse feel of the first one, while also having that epic feel of expanding the lore and all that from the second one. And they bring the best of both of them into this movie, and it works perfectly. So, all in all, I really like Terrifier 3. I think it's a very, very good movie, and it's a very worthy entry in this franchise. So, I can't wait to see what they do with the fourth one and everything, but this is a really good one. So, anyway, I'd give Terrifier 3 a 9 out of 10. It's a really solid movie. It probably would get a 10 out of 10 except for the kids stuff. It just, I don't like seeing kids being tormented. Well, I don't like seeing them tormented and brutally murdered and stuff like they do with this movie. So there are things, like I said, that's the only negative I have with this movie. I think kids should be left alone, but in horror movies. But aside from that, I enjoy this movie quite a bit. So I definitely would recommend it. If you're a fan of the first 2 Terrifiers, you're gonna love this movie and everything. Or if you're a fan of just one or the other, I think you'll find enjoyment with this because it does mix both of the best things about both movies. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Terrifier 3, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.